It has been probably about a month since I made a video. And I feel like how do I even start? Because I know what I'm trying to say. And I guess this is going to be a more serious video because when I made this YouTube channel, I didn't have the knowledge that I do now, per se. I didn't have the clearance to feel strong enough to say what I need to say. Because it came down to the simple facts of, I hate this shit. Damn. More so positively, over the next year, I'm going to change. Things are going to change. Things are going to change. And I'm not going to positively put too much effort on saying good will come out of this because I don't know. Bad will come out of this because I don't know. But what I do say, what I do know is that I say I am enough. And you are enough. Especially people who have just been doing work, just living their whole life thinking and doing and feeling and loving and caring. I feel like that's what makes this time such an emotional time, because when you are so used to being able to hold grip to certain things and not allow things to hold you down, it can get tiring when you feel the shit holding you down. Because what I learned is when it comes down to like repeating cycles, right? And you're repeating the cycle and then you're like, this is the loop. How do I break out of the loop? So you're trying to find, okay, I'm not supposed to do this. I'm not supposed to do that. I can't do this. I can't be this. I should be feeling like this. I can't do this. You have done enough. And I feel like I had to keep repeating myself to that, and this week in general, is that I am enough. I have showed up enough. I have done enough. So like when you are put in a position where you're like, oh, if I need to get this opportunity, I should do this. Or if I need to push this forward, I need to do this. I feel like right now, surrender is inevitable for lots of people because we're so used to just work, or create, or just resting. We're not doing anything because of so much that's been heavy, that's been weighing. And I feel like for a long time, it weighs down on you, 333. It weighs down on you so heavily because it cannot move forward, because you can't move forward. What I was going back to, I created this channel because I know I can be a light in the void for people. I know I can be 444, and I said that. I know I can be helpful. I know I can be giving. I know I can do all these things, right? But at the end of the day, it comes down to telling myself it is okay to soften, it is okay to release, it is okay to be honest with yourself and say, I don't enjoy the life that I am carrying, or I don't enjoy the things that have been carrying. And when you accept that, because people get looped into the trap of, well, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and I gotta be this and I gotta be that, and I can't do this and I can't do that to do this and that. That's not alignment. That's just baggage. That's just being trapped in spaces where you were most likely told to not be a certain version of you, or don't do this, or do not do that, or you told yourself that. But what I tell you is, you are enough. You are grateful. You are great. Yeah, you may be grateful. You might be grateful. You may actually be grateful for all that you've gotten, all that you worked for, all you've done, and you stayed in that pattern. Now it's time to get shit done. And I don't mean, and like I said, I don't mean get shit done in the sense of overdoing. I mean get shit done in the sense of pulling through. And that pulling through is what's going to lead you into a new era, which is going to lead you to different opportunities and things that are unseen, but at the same time, my stomach, at the same time, it's like, have I really changed? And I feel like, because when you're such in a healing mindset, and you're always wanting to heal and heal and heal, it comes down to the simple fact, are you healing, or are you just coping? Because it comes down to also, when you emotionally regulate, you gotta surrender. You gotta allow yourself to breathe. You gotta allow yourself to calm down. You gotta allow yourself to let go. It is okay to surrender, and this is how to surrender. Sometimes you just gotta tell yourself, I am okay and I am safe, and drift away from that old version of you. And you have to gain knowledge, to gain peace. And I could tell you all this, but you are the one that is meant to work hard for it. And I know that's contradictory to what I just said, but if the ones who know understand what I mean, you are able to surpass certain levels of you. You know that. Or sometimes, what if you just let the universe just show you how important you are, instead of just trying to fight for it? You know what I'm saying? Prove yourself worthy when you already know your worth. So say, I am worthy, I am safe, I am grateful, I am love, I am different, I am beauty, I am unique, I am light. And when those energies collide, it trumps everything else. Takes that word away. It destroys everything else. It puts you in a space where you're like, why have I been holding back? What have I been waiting for? You can also say, I have been waiting. I have waited long enough. I have waited long enough. And that waiting period is enough. When you have been waiting for this opportunity, when you have been waiting for this to start, when you have been waiting when you're looping, when you're in the repeated cycles, and you're like, okay, universe, I have learned this lesson, move forward. Sometimes it's not about that. Sometimes it's about the fact of delays. Delays happen too. You could be, but in those delays, in those void spaces, You don't always have to heal because you've already learned, you've already healed, you already did the work. So now you got to do is surrender. You already put in the work, knowing what you achieve when you put in the work. And it's interesting because now you're finna be seen on a scale that encompasses you, engulfs you. You're not meant to be shine down, you're meant to shine up. And I feel like for a lot of us who have been on our healing journeys or in our journeys in general, like I said, we've lived enough, we've experienced enough, we've dealt with enough, we've done enough. So I say it's okay to surrender. It's okay to let go again. It's okay to push forward again. Because in this time, this is not your past. There are too many things changing. This is not your past. This is not who you used to be. This is not what you are. This is not you. Having those understandings and surrendering allow you to move forward and push forward. And it comes down to some fact when you keep repeating that to yourself, I don't want this anymore. I am tired of this. I don't want this anymore. I'm not going to hold it. You're actively allowing yourself to say that. It is the unknown. It is scary. It is terrifying, honestly. But it is absolutely, positively fundamental for growth. It is absolutely positively for growth. If you didn't hear me the first time. It takes a lot of courage to do what you're going to do what I'm going to do. And when I say that, it comes down to the simple facts of how far are you going to take this? Sometimes you need to put down the wands and the swords and the blah, 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 to get to the reality of things and be like, yeah, I don't like this. Or, actually, I like this. I want to keep it. Certain things, obviously, surrender. This is how you surrender. You surrender by allowing yourself to not cling to certain things. You detach. If you're good at detachment, that's good. That means you're kind of already there. Allowing yourself to motivate yourself through pain, through the void, through different things, allows yourself to move forward because you're cultivating something in an empty space. When people think empty spaces or being alone or solitude is scary because they don't want to hear themselves or they don't want to deal with themselves. But that's the point. That's where you cultivate. That's where you do the most magic. That's where you do the most sitting with yourself. Sometimes it's not always about growth. Sometimes it's just about being like, I like this version of myself. And the old versions are going to have to, die so that you can rebirth. And sometimes sitting in that new version is the uncomfortable part because because when you are sitting in the new version, now you don't have excuses. You're forced to surrender. You're put in that position to surrender. You allow yourself to surrender so that you can meet the goals that you need to meet. And that comes down to the simple fact that sometimes it is hard to surrender because we're so caught up in the past. 1444. Lots of fours I've been seeing. 344. It's kind of an understatement how stability is created, how stable and structure is created just from the mind. We put the mind into matter. And things that matter to you, or used to matter to you, or that's going to matter to you in the future, are three different things. And when you say that, you got to remember, that's how you surrender. Because you know that if you're doing, like I said, oh my gosh, this just loops right back to it. I have done enough. I have been enough. I am worthy enough. I can say enough. I have done enough. Then you know you don't have to cling to the future so hard. You don't have to cling to the past so hard. Because now you know that, oh, I got this shit. And when you say that, you're like, I don't have to cling so hard anymore. I don't have to put myself on the back burner or put myself through these intense cycles all the time. Maybe sometimes I just need to just rest. Maybe sometimes I need to just exist. I have done enough. That's surrendering in itself. You are surrendering from all the things that the universe throws you. Sometimes it's thrown at you to see if you're just going to just accept it. You don't always got to accept what's coming to you. Sometimes you can say, you know what, I'm good. You can be nice about it. If it's pertaining to other people, you can be like, I've seen this before. I'm going to, but that right there is surrender too, because lots of people get trapped in the wanting to be near people trap, or wanting to always be connected to people. And I'm not saying that in a sense of people who like, need you, or like you need them and they need you, or they actually give to you and you give to them. You know what I'm saying? It's about this. It's about the simple facts of you have discernment, you have intuition. If you feel like people are fucking with you and they're not really fucking with you and they're like messing with you, you know to leave. Boom. Go ahead and leave. That's fine. Go ahead and leave. But if you know people who are actually like pouring into you, and when you're pouring into them, stay. Learn. It might be hard a little bit. It might be a little uncomfortable because you're being seen on a higher level. But if you got people, obviously, potato, surrender. There are certain things that you're going to have to do. And I feel like there may be opportunities there are opportunities for you that are being, so that this version of you is being dismantled, so that you can be in this new energy, that you can be sovereign. I'm gonna order a pizza. I want some Domino's. And I heard myself say, no, maybe we can get it later. We can get it tomorrow. Life is too short. You never know what's going to happen. Get that damn pizza. Order them clothes. Order that game. Do things that are going to make you feel free and make you feel abundant. Because when you know you're abundant, you don't have to cling to things all the time. Money, success, friends, people, yourself. That's how you surrender. So that's the video. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you didn't hear that. Another reason why I'm moving out. But it is simple as pie. And sometimes the hardest part is admitting that, dang, I've been holding on to this for too long and I didn't even know. Alrighty, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are loving on yourself, loving on your peers that actually pour into you. I hope that all the things that you have cultivated in your mind, and yeah, the next video is definitely going to be different, because this month I'm going to change. Trust me. Next video is going to be very different. You'll see.